Do you find with what it is you've done, what it is you're doing, and how you're helping people, that social media actually convolutes the desire to take action because people are just absorbing information everywhere, like commenting word to get the PDF to feel more intelligent, but never follow through? Do you think that's kind of ruined the original mission, or are you trying to stay ahead of the curve, just giving people not the science, but the actionable steps?
Yeah, I think, well, social media in general is quite the juggernaut that
Cesspool.
we've had to
Yeah.
contend with. So it's like, you talk about misinformation overload. There's a lot out there that, I mean, we thought we were done dispelling myths, but they all resurrect and show up again on not just so it was Instagram, now it's TikTok. Like TikTok is an absolute cesspool and we've kind of avoided it, but now we're dipping our toes in there again just because it's like there's a lot of young people and there's a lot of young guys especially that are really following and looking up to these like idiots, and it's frustrating. And and my kids are getting older now too, so like at this point, like I would like for them and their friends to have access to better information, and so we're conscious of that, and we try our best to kind of penetrate certain markets that we feel are underserved, and so I do think that that's an opportunity we're exploring. Yeah, I mean, I guess in your original question, from what we created, has it convoluted it somehow? I think it depends. What we find value is like people get into the podcast and they're able to kind of sit and listen. So our first method is to really just introduce people through the conversations on the podcast, and then once they feel like they get value from that and they get some bits of knowledge, education, and then the application itself is like, okay, well, now what are my first steps? And so we've really tried to tailor a lot of our latest programs, especially the simplification of that process, and like really try to nail down those first few steps, like not to overthink, not to, again, because it's information overload, and this is a big mistake for a lot of coaches is you give them all the answers and you just want to keep like assaulting them with all the right things to do, and not really setting them free out to go, apply this, come
Mhm.
back, you have that struggle and have that journey themselves. And then we can help kind of guide and tailor and tweak. And because, dude, there's so many nuances and it's like everybody's experience is different. And so, yes, there's like, there's standards, there's like, facts, and there's a science to training your body, and we try our best to educate that through the podcast. But our actual programs themselves, we've learned that we actually gave them too much in the beginning. So
Yeah.
I honestly think that even our terminology was a little too much. Like it was
Yeah.
too.
You guys went a little more CSCS as opposed to like the
Yeah,
bro science.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we got to think more like men's health, or like we really have to like put our ego aside and put our training cap kind of like nearby, but we don't want to lead with that. We want to lead with what's relatable, so the introduction of it actually sticks, and then they can actually like pull their friends or family in. I mean, honestly, I guess, what do we say, it's like the 85%. So that's who we're focused on. We're not focused on the bubble of fitness, like the gym bros, and like people are already going to the gym. Like, I don't care about you, no offense, you know you're already in there, and you're figuring out, sure, we got content for you and we've actually put it out there. But I've always passionately been more interested in people who just have no clue, or are just hurting, or like are sick, or in really desperate need of it. So that's where my passion lies, and I feel like we all have kind of tried our best to steer our content more in that direction over time.